कि एक परफॉर्मेंस मार्केटिंग एजेंसी चालू करने के लिए क्या लगता है, क्योंकि हर गली में परफॉर्मेंस मार्केटिंग एजेंसी है.
Marketing is all about buying attention. The better you are at buying attention, you'll get more eyeballs. People will have a look at your product more, and there are better chances of them purchasing it. So you need to understand that you can only buy attention through better copies.
I still remember your line. Nobody can
Write better copies than me.
Exactly. I want to understand from a D2C person who just starts, right? What would be the right approach for a founder to start? And what is the minimum budget this person has to have to start a brand online?
9 times if a consumer sees your ad, then only he'll purchase your product. So to show your ad again and again to the same person, you need a budget, right? If it's a new brand, Google wouldn't work well for you because Google is more of an intent-driven platform. And Facebook is more of an impact-driven platform. So if you have to create impact, because if it's a new brand, you have to win the trust of the consumer. What I want to guide them on is at least have a budget of $2,000 to start with.
Anybody who is a founder there, who is into D2C space, are really scared to find the right agency. What are the 3 points they have to look at agency?
If they have a team, see, bluntly, if any agency, if you're putting $2,000, you want an agency to know the value of money. So if you are choosing an agency, check their LinkedIn page and check their people section. They should be having at least 25 to 30 employees because उनके पास बाकी brand भी रहेंगे. And third thing is experience in your niche.
How AI can disrupt the whole industry in digital space?
The revolution has already begun. Blue collar people were unemployed when machines came because सब machine कर रही है. Now when AI is coming, a lot of white people will get unemployed because काम ही खत्म हो गया.
Tell me, what is the difference between a good product not doing good at Meta, a bad product doing good at Meta, and what is that secret sauce?
Running this agency for the past 5.5 years, I'll tell you.
Welcome back to the Last Laugh podcast. Guys, today is a very important episode for all the founders who are building a consumer brand. We have got an important guest who is not running one company but multiple companies. He's running a performance marketing agency known as Kreative Digitals. His name is Karan, and he's a great friend who has come to my podcast. He has given amazing insights on how he can leverage AI into performance marketing and how he can make sure the brands, the top brands, make to the curve. So guys, my team is really working hard to get such amazing personalities on the podcast show. And if you're enjoying such personalities and the stories and the perspective of solving the daily problems of founders and investors, why are you waiting? Subscribe me right now. The best part, we are also live on Spotify. All our episodes are live on Spotify now. If you're going to the office, make sure you listen to our episodes in your car so that you add 1% value to your life every day. Overall, I'll just brief you. It's about founders.
Sure.
It's about solving daily problems of founders. It's about you being a digital marketer.
Yeah.
Some of the case studies you have solved. I still remember your line. Nobody can
write better copies than me.
Exactly. When you say that, I definitely want to understand the logic behind it.
Okay.
And your journey.
Of course.
Journey के साथ ही पूरा explanation चाहिए कि एक performance marketing agency चालू करने के लिए क्या लगता है, क्योंकि हर गली में performance marketing agency है.
So I'll answer your first question, okay, about copies. So you need to understand that there is a funnel online. From awareness to consideration to purchase to retention, there are 4 funnels you need to understand. What is marketing? Marketing is all about buying attention. The better you are at buying attention, you'll get more eyeballs. People will have a look at your product more, and there are better chances of them purchasing it. All right. So you need to understand that you can only buy attention through better copies. Okay. Let's say we recently did a campaign with one of our cosmetics brands. Okay. They were running an ad with the name of the lipstick on it. Okay. So you need to understand whatever you're selling online, you're selling a commodity.
Right.
Even a lipstick, even an apparel, even this blazer that I bought. Everything you're selling a commodity. How do you stand out from your competitors is through your copy, is through your communication. The way you communicate with your audience is very important.
True.
Correct? So they were running this ad with their name of the lipstick on it. So when we got them onboarded last year, the first thing that we did was we changed the communication of entire ad set level, ad level, entire ad account. So this particular copy really performed well. We got them from a ROAS of 2.6 to I guess 4.2 in less than 15 days by just changing the communication. I'll tell you what we changed it to. We wrote the headline as lipstick that stays vibrant for 10 plus hours. So what this copy is actually doing is providing value in consumer mind.
Right.
Okay. So if you need to understand that there are dead minds scrolling on Instagram and Facebook. No offense to anyone over here, even the audience watching this, but we scroll on social media for fun, for entertainment, not to purchase products, right? How would you stand out from other competitors? How would you pop yourself in your consumer's mind? It's through communication, right? So this copy actually went really well because we understand the customer psyche. First, the basic agenda of your ad is never to sell the product. It is always to sell the click and get people to the website. Your website is going to sell them the product.
Right.
If you understand that, you'll be better at writing copies. You'll be better at communication for brands. And that's what has really helped us grow in this industry, because that is our USP as a performance marketing agency.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about daily problems of D2C founder. Okay. The first problem, which I know, is hiring freelancers. Right, as a early startup, as a consumer brand, you are launching some product, right? The first thing which D2C Founders does is start outsourcing. Great, amazing, I support it.
Sure,
right? They basically have all the things, but they say at the end that I don't have the budget.
Of course,
right? They go to freelancers. They say that, hey, you do my graphics, you do my creatives, you do my ad performance, like performance marketing, you do my influencer marketing, etc., etc., and they go to different directions. They go to a performance marketing, they do a communication marketing, they go to PR agencies, they go to many other places, right? Eventually, for bigger brand, I understand. I want to understand from a D2C person who just starts, right? What would be the right approach for a founder to start? And what is the minimum budget this person has to have to start a brand online?
It's a very good question. Actually, I see brands coming up to me with a 50,000 budget, 60,000 budget. So our agency is at a very decent stage right now. So we keep getting inbound inquiries with them because of the name also we have in the market. The first thing that I've seen, the number one challenge that every other founder, not only D2C, but all of the businesses have is budget. Okay, bootstrapped hai, funding nahi hai, falana damkana, yahi rehta hai. So what I want to guide them on is at least have a budget of $2,000 to start with per month. On ads. Meta primarily. If it's a new brand, Google wouldn't work well for you because Google is more of an intent-driven platform. And Facebook is more of an impact-driven platform. So if you have to create impact, because if it's a new brand, you have to win the trust of the consumer. Okay, so it's better that you start with Meta. And the reason why I say have a minimum budget of 2,000 rupees is I told you about the customer journey, right? From awareness to consideration.
$2,000 or rupees?
$2,000. I'm so sorry.
So now when you say $2,000, that is almost 180?
150, 160.
Yeah, 160.
Yeah.
Now 160 into 12. If I go, right? If I go with a founder's mentality, that goes up
20 lakhs.
20 lakhs. So you are saying if you want to start an online business, you really have to have a minimum budget of 20 lakhs on ad spends.
Ad spends,
Then your salaries comes around 10 lakhs. And then your productions and products comes around.
See, that's the runway, Yash. That's the runway that you have to keep in the bank. But if you see after 3 months or 2 months, they start generating good amount of revenue as well, which can be churned into the business. The cash flow can be utilized again and again and again. So I'm a Marwadi. I'm come from a business background. So I understand finances very well. So मतलब मैं ऐसा 1 साल 1.5 साल का रनवे रख के बहुत मुश्किल से चलता हूँ. मेरे पास हमेशा 6-8 महीने का रनवे रहेगा because I am constantly trying things. To have that kind of money, if you have that and if you have the right team who can help you generate revenue from that money that you put in, I don't think you need a runway of more than 6 months.
Wow, that's amazing.
If you start with, but if you see, like when you turn into a larger organization, hundreds of employees, crores of revenue, tens of crores or maybe hundreds of crores in revenue, then you need a 12-month revenue because if things go south, you cannot just fire 200 people, right?
Got it.
Yeah, you need some time, you need some breather because then See, if it's a small agency, I'll be very blunt on this. Okay, if it's a small company, even the founder takes uncalculated risks. Okay, because whatever happens, बचा लेगा यार. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या है, 15-20-25 लाख तो ऐसे ही हो जाते हैं. But if it's a big agency, big company, where your OPEX is in crores, okay, then the risk appetite really comes down, and it only comes down to calculated risk.
Right.
That is the reason you don't see very big companies taking huge bets on certain things. They are very particular about, if we have to do this, we have to do this. That's why the shifts are very small. If you see in smaller companies, the shifts are enormous because the risk appetite is huge. But because what if things go south? We can still manage, right? Yeah.
No, so see, we invest in D2C startups a lot, right?
Yeah, I know.
And as a vision is very clear that we want to be like a venture capitalist in the D2C and tech space.
Okay.
We have so many founders who are coming to us, and they are early stage founders who want to sell a t-shirt or want to sell maybe shoes or maybe want to sell a hair wax, right?
Sure.
So skincare is obviously one of cosmetic, and skincare is like the one of the peak in the D2C ecosystem right now. But founders really mistreat, or you can say miscalculate their potential, and eventually they invest in the wrong direction.
Like what?
I'll just tell you, as I said, I have met so many founders who would like to first insource and then outsource, right? So they hire people very fast. They don't understand as you said, that within 6 months, if the runway is there, if you have the returns coming in, then you will definitely reinvest in it. They keep investing for like 8 to 12 months, and then they realize, oh, you know what? The team was wrong.
Yeah.
Let's change the team. That's one thing which I've seen in founders. Second, I would say that in D2C founders, they don't understand technology at all. Automations and technology, they don't understand.
Okay.
When we talk about
it's a big statement to make.
I mean, I'm telling you, D2C founder does not know how to use like Shopify or WordPress. Kya lu?
Shopify, like, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, not sponsored.
Right. I mean, it's common sense. So there are so many platforms right now. Builder.ai aa raha hai, ye aa raha hai, wo aa raha hai. But people know globally who are running a business.
See, I'll tell you why. Because why people are still inclined towards WordPress is because Shopify charges around 1.52%
Exactly.
per transaction. So anyone who's doing a 10 lakh rupee revenue has to pay a 20,000 rupee, what do we say, a service charge to Shopify, which people think it's too much. But when you see the value Shopify brings, it is far more compared to any other platform. I don't want to demean any platform over here, but Shopify has absolutely gotten a better returns for all the D2C brands out there. You see brands like Snitch and all, they are still on Shopify.
Right. Let's talk about some of your clientels, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some case studies of your clientele. Tell me
I'll answer that question first, which I left in between, about $2,000.
Right.
Minimum spends. I'll tell you the reason why you should be having a $2,000 ad spends per month is because I told you about the customer journey from awareness to consideration to purchase to retention. For an average, how many times a consumer needs to see your ad before they purchase a product on an average? Tell me a number.
3, 2,
9.
Wow.
Okay. Sometimes it takes 3, sometimes it takes 15, but on an average, 9 times if a consumer sees your ad, then only he'll purchase your product. So to show your ad again and again to the same person, you need a budget, right?
Right.
Okay. And of course, your TAM is going to be huge, total addressable market. Okay. So you need budget to remarket so that you get purchases.
Tell me, what is the difference between a good product, not doing good at Meta, a bad product, doing good at Meta? And what is that secret sauce?
See, coming from running this agency for the past 5.5 years, I'll tell you, product doesn't matter that much. Your marketing does. Okay. I have seen products selling online, doing crores in MRR. Okay. Still having very less complaints because the way they are marketing it. Once they purchase a product, they set the right expectations ki ye hone wala ye product se, and they bombard people with customer testimonials. It's very hard for anyone to say ill about the product. If only something has gone really wrong, then only people will come and bombard your website with negative reviews. But that particular brand has managed it pretty well. So
right.
I wouldn't say, of course PMF is very important, product market fit, but your marketing is important than that. If you have your marketing set,
okay,
then I don't care what your product is. I could sell this what only this thing, this white thing, this vase over here with nothing on it for 2,000 rupees online, and people would still buy it because I know how to sell it.
Wow, that's going to be a controversial statement when you say that PMF is not important, marketing is more important.
So, we have few MNC companies as well as our clients, right? So, I don't directly deal with the founders over there because 1,000 employee company and all, D2C brands. So, I sit with their product team and we always have this debate of, their product team is like, no, we have to create a PMF. I'm like, okay, you just give me 3 USPs, I'll sell you a product. No, we still have to do that. But 50-50. Okay. 50-50.
Perfect.
If you have a PMF, product market fit, good product, and if your marketing is shit, it's never gonna work.
True. I mean, till the time you're not outreaching, only nobody's
But if you have a shit product and if you have good marketing, it's always gonna work.
That's crazy. Okay, great. So tell me about, your story.
Chalo. I'll give you an example. Okay. People are buying things that they don't actually need and they don't actually want as well. Have you seen that trolley bag? You are into trolley, right? You design by that computer, like mobile operated, जो scooter बन जाता है. कहाँ need है उसकी यार? मतलब why would anyone in their right mind? You know how much does it cost? Around $1,100, like 85,000 rupees. I can get 15-16 bags in that. Like, if I see this right now, and with the kind of BNPL options that we have, buy now, pay later, people are buying it, and majorly 18 to 30. No, I've seen that US brand. Okay, I've seen the Shopify store. I've seen the amount of people buying it and the age group 18 to 30, 70%, 30 to 35, 25%.
Got it.
95% 18 to 35. You have that need of the product. It's a shit product. I would say it right here on the podcast. It doesn't solve a purpose.
Wow.
You need that trolley bag for 200 meters. Okay. Do you walk kilometers in airport? No, right? The max you would walk is 200-300 meters, right?
True.
For that you need something to sit on and go. That makes you look like a dog. Yeah.
Got it. So I'll give you an example. Can you bring my bag? Yeah. Can you bring my bag?
So why is it selling, Yash? Why is it selling? Because of the marketing, right?
Yeah. So I'll just give you. So currently, what we are going to do is an exercise, right?
Yeah.
This is the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our brand, obviously. Guys, no promotion, but you are going to learn digital marketing. You are going to learn performance marketing. This is my bag. So if you see, this is the bag, right? This is our bag. This is our brand. I want to understand from you. Let's start with this basics, right?
Yeah.
I am the D2C founder. I came to you saying that, like a sales pitch, right? So I came to you, say, hey, Karan, what happened is my previous agency, didn't work well, and no ROAS, no returns, and we really failed. We burnt lots of cash. How are you going to change the destiny of my brand?
Tell me about your product first.
My product is basically a product for all the working professionals, majorly C-suits. And
can you tell me the price range of this product?
So my product price range starts from somewhere around $300 to $25,000.
25,000.
And we have
and how much this is for?
This is around 10,000 bucks.
10,000 rupees. Okay. And what's your target audience?
My target audience is going to be working professionals. My target audience is going to be anybody who wants to win in life. Like to obviously working professionals who are going to corporates, right?
Yeah.
And the major target audience, which is my premium, that is C-suits.
Yeah,
where of course, we are talking about CXO, CMOs, etc. Because they have that aspiration, like they have achieved that entitlement to take my product. So that's a brief. And eventually, I also have my hard luggage, soft luggage, and other products where they can travel on airport, business class, etc. So that's another audience.
See, with the kind of bag that you have, it really looks premium, Yash. Okay, good job in that.
Thank you.
Second, the price range that you have. So it defines your target audience very widely. Okay, your TAM for this target audience is relatively small compared to your competitors.
Right.
Okay, not going to name them and give them free publicity over here. Okay, but people who spend 10,000 rupee on this is an overnight bag.
Yep.
People who spend 10,000 rupee on an overnight bag, which they can take to office as well, have their own specific brands. Because your target, see what you need to understand your target audience first, then you'll be able to sell better. What does your target audience really want? If they are willing to spend 10,000 rupee on a bag, they would go for something that is very known in the market. Okay, if you want, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपका product बेच नहीं सकते. Of course, companies come, they sell and all. So if you want them to buy this product, you have to link it with value as to why not name one of your competitors in this
Maybe
price range.
Mocha
Bora. Why not Mocha Bora and this? Mocha Bora is still 6,000 rupees, I would say. You're at 10,000. So you are much premium than Mocha Bora, I'm guessing. So why not any other bag which they can buy from Dubai and all? क्योंकि घूमते रहते हैं उन लोग. And why this? You need to link it with value. If you ask my blunt opinion on this, I would say get a celebrity on board.
Right.
Because having that will give it a sense of validation. Okay. That this product is really good and you'll get the eyeballs on this because you'll buy attention through that.
Got it.
Running ads on this bag of 10,000 rupee, you take my word on this, you won't be having a better ROAS. Just because you need something to link it with value. See, people care about what fabric it is, but that is the second part. First part, they're like, kya hai bhai?
Yeah, exactly.
Why should I buy this?
Got it.
Okay. Even if you see Mocha Bora, they're doing really well. So they have tied up with Diljit right now. They have tied up with Indigo that if you have a Mocha Bora, I get an extra 2 kg. So why are they doing this? Because they know their target audience.
Right.
They know their target audience travel in specific airlines as well.
Right.
That is the reason.
No, so I was asking let's talk about this, right? Where a simple case study where I am coming to you and I talked about this. Now you gave me an honest opinion about it. Now you have to change the destiny for me. So tell me Kreative Digitals process. Like how do the process start? Do you give us anybody who is an agency owner there or anybody who is a founder there who is into D2C space are really scared to find the right agency. Right? What are the 3 points they have to look at agency? A. What are the different models which agencies charges? And when you talk about retainer model or when you talk about the sales commission model, which model a particular startup owner should go on which model at what time?
Again, revolving around to that question of the mistakes that D2C founders make is that they think if having an in-house team will help them. You take it from me in writing, it won't ever help them. If they have a 7-8 member team, then only it can help them. And only जो senior business analysts हैं हमारी agencies में, they are around 80,000, 1 lakh rupees in salary. Okay, we have so many of them. They have उनको वो हायर करना पड़ेगा, फिर उसके बाद उनको एनालिस्ट हायर करने पड़ेंगे, देन दे नीड आवर ऑपरेशंस एग्जीक्यूटिव, दे नीड मीडिया प्लानर्स, दे नीड अ क्रिएटिव स्ट्रेटजिस्ट. इतने लोग की टीम जब बनेगी, फिर ग्राफिक डिजाइनर, वीडियो एडिटर, ये सब चाहिए रहेगा. वो टीम आपका मार्केटिंग कर सकती है. और वो अगर आप इन हाउस रखोगे, आप एक हाथी पाल रहे हो. ठीक है? You shouldn't do that. You should give it to agency. I am not saying this because I'm pitching to someone or I hope some D2C founder sees this and give me an inquiry. Nothing like that. I have clients. I'm not just saying ki having an in-house team, and if you see that as an economical option, you're wrong. Okay? If you are, if you really want to make it big, learn from other people who have made it big. Okay. किसी ने भी एजेंसी नहीं रखी रहेगी. या तो उन्होंने खुद ने एड्स किए रहेंगे जिनको आते रहेंगे, या तो उन्होंने एजेंसी को दी रहेगी. एक बंदे का काम नहीं है, 2 बंदे का काम नहीं है, 3 बंदे का भी काम नहीं है, 5 बंदे का भी काम नहीं है. You need a team of 8-9 people. Right. Because so many things going on. Okay, you need to understand that. So how do you choose an agency? Is you need to see if they have a team. See, bluntly, if any agency, if you're putting $2,000, 1.5 lakh रुपए अगर आप ads में डाल रहे हो, you want an agency to know the value of money. Right. Okay. Any small agency, no offense to anyone, but even we were a small agency 5 years back. Okay. But we started as a design agency first. After 2 years, we changed it to a performance marketing agency where we took a lot of lead generation projects. Right. 20,000-30,000 rupee ad spends, we get decent leads. वहाँ से we transitioned into D2C when we had good amount of experience, good number of team members, and a little bit of name in the market. Right. Okay. So if you are choosing agency, check their LinkedIn company page and check their people section. They should be having at least 25 to 30 employees because उनके पास बाकी ब्रांड भी रहेंगे. ठीक है? तो वो ब्रांड हैंडल करने के लिए सब करने, you need a big good team. Second, you should check they should be doing decent amount of ad spends for all of their brands combined. I would say अगर उन लोग को monthly minimum 1 crore रुपए का ad spends कर रहे हैं only for D2C, it is a decent agency. Minimum 1 crore, वो भी बहुत कम बोल रहा हूँ मैं. ठीक है? We are right now doing 10 to 12 crores ad spends per month for all of our brands combined. Right. And third thing is experience in your niche. If you have a footwear brand, check if they had any footwear clients or not. Got it. If you have a skincare brand, check if they had any skincare brands or not. Ask for their case studies. Ask them to show a few live dashboards. where was this brand at and अभी कहाँ पे. At least वो 2-3 brands वैसे दिखाएगा. Then you check their dashboards. Then you check their case studies. And it is one of my favorites. You ask in बोले कि आप देखो अपना deck share करती कोई भी agency, so उसमें D2C clients रहेंगे उनके कि ये है. Call up any 3 of them. Ask for their review.
Got it.
Yeah, we as an agency are not scared of any of our future prospects calling our current clients because we know what kind of value we provide to our clients.
Right.
We know we are doing good for them. That is the reason they are with us.
Got it. So, I mean, another daily problem of founder, like, Facebook or Meta never replies. Or there is no customer support from Meta.
See, yeah, okay. This is another good point. Thank you for bringing this.
Right.
Once you're spending a decent amount on Facebook and Google, you get representative from over there.
Right.
Another reason to choose an agency is because if something goes south, the agency has a rep from Meta or Google and they can do this. Few months back I went to Google, okay, for a meeting. Okay, Google BKC office. 2 weeks back I went to Meta office. So
right.
The agency owners who are doing decent amount of ad spends per month get called to events and all. They get called for discussions and all. So if you have a good relationship over there, something goes south. Even मतलब कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि Meta बिना पूछे आपका बजट स्पेंड कर देता है, Google स्पेंड कर देता है. So they refund.
Right.
Okay. The refund processes हम लोग बहुत जल्दी लेके आ सकते हैं क्योंकि हमारे पास रेप है वहाँ पे.
And nobody is aware about it, why the amount is debited from my wallet also.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there are so many first-time founders who make these mistakes.
Exactly.
So 2 things. Now, last 2 segments of the podcast. I want to understand the role of AI now, how it is changing the whole digital marketing scenario.
Sure.
Because the most or the biggest application of AI is into the digital marketing, right? In the creatives, in the performance and in the brands. And how content as a game, because now we are recording a content piece only, and content is going to be the king. Content is going to be the oil of everything, right?
Absolutely.
So I want to understand how AI can disrupt the whole industry in digital space.
So if you see, the revolution has already begun. Okay, if we go back 100 years back, when the industrial revolution came, when machines came, okay, it took a lot of blue collar jobs. Okay, blue collar people were unemployed when machines came because sab machine kar rahi hai. Now when AI is coming, a lot of white people will get unemployed because काम ही खत्म हो गया. जैसे अगर अभी ChatGPT, Canva, Gamma जैसे apps नहीं रहते तो हमारे पास 10-15 लोग की और टीम रहती. बट अभी ज़रूरत नहीं है, मेरे पास $10-20 के सब्सक्रिप्शंस है. So if we see, it has already started to take place. Even if you see in content,
right,
we have only 2 content writers right now. Okay. Otherwise we would have needed 7 or 8.
Right.
Because and the reason we have 2 content writers is ChatGPT cannot produce content that is very much personalized yet. आगे कर सकता है.
We'll argue over it, but yeah.
Second is if you see designs and all. Animation का तो गेम खत्म होना है भाई पूरा. नहीं, I'm not saying मतलब अभी भी है scope, but if you see illustrations and all, 10-20 seconds में बन के आ रहे हैं.
Yeah.
Okay. If you see Canva, the way it has integrated a lot of AI in it, designs ऐसे ही बनते हैं. Gamma.ai वो भी आप बोल दो आपको कैसे तरह का presentation चाहिए, वो भी आप ChatGPT से लेके उसमें डाल दो, बन जाता है. आधे घंटे में presentation बना रही है मेरी टीम.
Right.
जो 2-3 दिन लगता था, जिसके लिए लोग 25-30 हज़ार चार्ज करते थे 5 स्लाइड के लिए. अभी वो 10-15 मिनट में बन जाता है. क्यों? बिकॉज ऑफ AI, that revolution.
Amazing. So I mean, in your space, right, when you talk about performance marketing and such.
Performance marketing, I would say
how is Meta leveraging AI?
So I'll tell you one thing. So there will come a time, it has started now also, but in 2 to 2.5 years there will come a lot of apps. Okay. Who is, if you integrate that with Shopify, Meta, Google, Amazon, Marketplace and all, they will start giving you recommendation कि ये ad नहीं चल रहा है और ये ad को आप ये change करो, ये creative में ये copy नहीं चल रही है, ये targeting नहीं चल रही है. और वही application से आप optimization button खुद ही click कर दोगे तो automatically सब हो जाएगा. So that scares me कि 2.5 साल बाद कुछ होगा.
Right.
So you should be prepared as a founder.
Yep, true.
So ये एक रहेगा. अभी भी there are few apps in the market who are achieving these things, but we are keeping that away from the brands so that our business doesn't go down. But
Makes
after
sense.
2.5 years, it's going to be a common thing. And agencies is going to be using those things.
Got it. When you talk about these brands which are coming to you, the bigger brands which are coming to you, they are coming to you with the credibility, as you mentioned, which you have built from years. And there are sometimes, some brands who do not get this output. the expectation does not matches, right?
Yeah.
And they basically try to, because it's a service industry, and you know that one bad ship can affect the whole 99
Absolutely.
good ships. So I really want to understand from you, how do you handle such case, and how have you practiced a skill of saying no?
It's a good question here. Like if I answer it in a different way, but can go backfire to me as well, but I'll try to be as thinkable as possible. सोच के बताऊंगा मैं ये. But the one thing that has always helped us is clear communication. And I would be lying here if I said we never had a campaign that went wrong. We have had campaigns where brands invested lakhs of money. That particular campaign didn't work. What you need to analyze as a business owner and as a founder is the campaign is not the only campaign your company will be running. There will be multiple campaigns. And if you think all of the campaigns that we are running is going to help you achieve your KPIs and KRAs, then I would say you are in this for a very short term, not a long term, because there will be failures and you should be ready to accept that. Because we as an agency, if we do everything right, okay, even we are humans, there might be some mistakes, but let's say Meta algorithm changes frequently, Google algorithm changes frequently, customer behavior changes frequently. So if it does, and if it affects your campaign, you're not going to have good results. So what we have to, as an agency or as a founder, that you can be doing is adapt to those changes and implement those changes as soon as possible.
So Indian agencies suffer a lot. And how do you, so, in sales, when we say, when I was leading a whole big sales team of 200 people, I remember that, everybody used to go out, hang out together, they go for a drink, smoke. I'm not promoting anything, but I'm just saying that that's how, people are actually removing their stress, right? Because there's so much of stress into such domains or into that job descriptions. Agencies has that pressure, I know for a fact.
Of course.
So what is the culture you have built in your agency, and how?
See, I'll give the game away to young founders as well who's watching this podcast and have a marketing agency, is to be very clear and precise about your expectations with the client. Very truly tell them this is what you can achieve, this is what can go right, and this is something that even can go wrong.
Right.
If you have that communication from the start, second thing which comes is building a relationship. If you have defined your expectations, if you have set your expectations at the very start, and then you go on to do your work properly, religiously, and then build a relationship with the client parallelly, I don't think you'll ever lose that client unless and until something really bad happens.
Right.
And if you're not trying to meet numbers over a period of time.
Right. So what was your power of visualization? Let's talk about something. Go back to 18-year-old Karan, who has a vision, who wants to build something. I want to understand, how did you make sure that, you are so successful, right? And you are there.
I have had decent interaction with people where they have called me delusional. Even to this day, like, अरे यार हवा में उड़ता है तो अरे ऐसे तो इतना बड़ा मत बोल. And my only question is why we shouldn't talk big. Everything that I have right now, Yash, I'm not saying I have a lot of things, but everything that I have right now, I've dreamt it of when I was 18 and 19, and people then told me, अरे यार थोड़ा हवा में रह के बात मत कर, थोड़ा जमीन पे आके बात कर. मतलब why? And even to this day, people are like, अरे हवा में रह के बात मत कर. नहीं, मतलब हो सकता है, possible है. People told me to start it with a partner. Okay, I was 18 when I started this company. Then you don't have experience, तूने कभी काम नहीं किया, किसी पार्टनर को रख, वरना तू बना ही नहीं पाएगा कंपनी. मतलब देखते हैं कितने लोग बनाते हैं यार, मैं अकेला थोड़ी हूँ. बोलते नहीं उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस है, मतलब तो मेरे पास भी आ जाएगा कंपनी चला के. क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, क्रिकेट थोड़ी खेलने जा रहा हूँ ऑफिस में.
राइट.
ठीक है, काम करने ही जा रहा हूँ ना, गलती करूंगा तब सीखूंगा. राइट. इवन टू दिस डे वी मेक मिस्टेक्स, वी लर्न.
Makes sense. Great. I think we had a great talk. We had an insightful talk.
Yeah.
For all the agency owners, for all the founders out there, D2C founders. I know for a fact that I am going to be in touch with you.
Of course.
Regarding many things to learn how this ecosystem is working. We know from the Eagles point of view, you're doing the execution every day. You exactly know, like I know for a fact that today if I tell you this industry, the average ROAS.
Absolutely.
I mean, you would have the data points because of the experience which you have in this industry.
Exactly. So having so many brands on retainer allows us to have a certain amount of experience in all of the niches.
Thank you so much to do this together. It was definitely one of the eye-blowing session for
Don't
many
flatter
founders
me,
that
yaar.
it
Yeah.
was very raw. So yeah, I mean, yeah, thanks.
Cool. Thanks.
And
Yash.
thank you
so
team
much.
for doing
Thank you.
this.